dates. But we are out here. This convention center is popping. It's absolutely huge. Yeah, you see some of these empty seats, but don't let that fool you. This convention center is ginormous. There's so many players walking around. It's insane.
Yeah, and Genesis is one of the mainstay, if not the mainstay tournament of the year.
OG,
right?
OG.
It's grassroots. You go back all the way, and it's so sick to see Genesis team, coming through these obstacles, right? And they've conquered and overcome, and now we're here. Genesis 8. Finally, and we're going to see who we're going to crown our doubles champion right now.
Is it going to be MVD and Esam like they always try to go for? I mean, this is a staple duo. They've been around for, I don't even know, maybe like longer than I've been alive out here. Obviously dramatic out here, but I mean, they've been teaming since doubles, but this is the problem. You got the follow-ups like that up air there, and MVD loses that first stock, and just this duo in terms of composition is beautiful here looking at Chag and Sparg0. The follow-ups are insane. Just two big hitboxes that you're constantly having to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when you have these big, large, lingering hitboxes, those are the kind of hitboxes you want to use to lock down Pikachu's mobility, right? Quick attack, such an amazing tool, but when you have like Mario or Nessner to really just like linger out and catch Pikachu during the teleport, oh, beautiful gift. Esam actually getting the drag down forward air there.
Yeah, and that's what we need to see more often, especially whenever Sparg0's put in that bad position. You're going to expect Esam to go the extra mile, and that's something that Chag is going to start picking up on now too, where he's going to try to isolate Esam for himself.
I'm really interested to see how... ooh, okay,
oh, I
that was
love
a really
the timing.
good way.
Yeah.
Tried to use the human shield tactic.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you won't do it. You can hold smash attacks for way longer. Come on now.
I got your teammate hostage. Don't make a move.
Get down, Mr. President.
Good mash coming out from MVD though, and this team, like you said, it has been a mainstay since Brawl. And if you don't know what that game is, well, it's really don't worry about it.
Yeah, you youngins, you gotta talk about respect to all of those. Hold on.
Yeah, Pikachu and Snake, and they obviously love to do the strategy of putting the sticky on the Pikachu, and Pikachu going in for a grab or a quick attack, transferring that sticky over, but the up smash from Sparg0 going to wipe that stock, and I feel like what's really important for the blue team is how you deal with this Pikachu, right? Pikachu's going to be a menace off stage for Cloud, and Palutena doesn't like fighting Pikachu in general. Yeah,
we talked a little bit about the Palunair. I mean, the Pikachu back air, the Beyblade let it rip basically out here, allows so many follow-up opportunities just by the knockback angle that it really provides for MVD. But this is what I'm worried about. A lot of space being controlled here by the blue team between the dash attack, the up airs, the nairs here too. You see a lot of that space just being bought over, and they need to capitalize off of Sparg0 having to play off of the ledge.
Yeah, and if you're not gimping Sparg0 and Sparg0's living to like 140 per stock, then you got Rage back air coming out from Cloud. It's going to be a problem. Or could I say the down smash instead? I'm sorry, Sparg0, excuse me, but another stock taken, and Sparg0 is on a roll.
2 stocks, they pulled up 2 stocks. They're living for so long. Sparg0's survivability is insane. He has so much trust into Chag for a reason. Amazing tech, but you're at 126, Esam. I don't know how much longer you could really hold on, and that's the beam. Whether it be a throw into it or you're just going to raw, get hit by the ledge, it's difficult to avoid.
Sometimes you just got to go into the light, get into the next game, because that game 1 was looking pretty rough there for the Rat and Mr. Snake there. But man, it's just Sparg0 and Chag, the amount of control, and it's so scary when they get set up. You know what I mean? Like when they get center stage and both of you are in the corner, because now both you and your teammate are trying to escape the corner, right? And Chag and Sparg0, I actually think Mexico as a region is the best at corner pressure. That is one of they're so phenomenal at just corner pressure. And then when you have 2 of some of the best Mexican players on the same team doing just that, and it's crazy to me because they also transfer it to doubles. Like you see standard 1v1, right? And then on top of that, they're like, yo, we know how to do this with 2 characters.
It trickles into what we saw in the last set too, where Sparg0's positioning, knowing that he was on his last stock, knowing that he was above 120%, just holding back a little bit, only covering jumps. I mean, you have up air from Cloud, you got back air from Cloud, you got these 2 huge hitboxes that you got to worry about, as well as a platform for some of that extra jump if you need some of that extra space. And then you got Sparg0, or rather Chag, over by the ledge, just constantly throwing out these big hitboxes, forcing you to want to roll, forcing you to want to jump around them, because he's perfectly setting up Sparg0 in that situation.
Yeah, and just the way they set up each other is phenomenal. And even just like Sparg0 recently going pretty much all Cloud now, right? Because remember, we did have the Aegis phase, and I feel like now Sparg0 loved using Cloud in doubles regardless, but now it's kind of like Sparg0 feels like a solo Cloud main, and that even makes his Cloud scarier in doubles.
Even going for the finishing touch. I mean, right now, Chag and Sparg0 are definitely feeling it. They won that first game very confidently, like you said before. Ooh, that's gonna be scary here. Esam's trying to make her way back with the quick attack, rather with the jolts there, but the toss up into the up smash again. MVD gets to see another day for how long, but not very long. He just lost that first stock.
Yeah, and Sparg0 just keeps it going. Usually, you don't see Sparg0 rise up with aerials and juggles. You see more of a conservative side, and I think we are in clip farming mode right now because Sparg0 and Chag are getting pretty aggressive.
And Shielder, you're by the platform. That's a perfect opportunity for MVD to capitalize again. But a lot of shield pressure coming in. MVD has a lot of faith in Esam, though, who's holding on to that stage pressure. But they split them up again, and look at this elevator that they're making on Esam. Taking a lot of that damage here.
And that's where you can really punish Snake's mobility, right? Oh, you're setting up shop, you're setting up grenades. Well, we're 2v1ing your teammates, so tick-tock.
And it's constantly. It's very fast-paced here, and it's difficult because within all this chaos, we talked about that earlier on, but you have to imagine having to keep note of where that C4 is on that left side of the stage right now. You see Esam trying to follow up with the Thunder. But now he's got to get right back to MVD because MVD's just trying to mix up this recovery on the Cypher. He's trying to run away from Sparg0.
Yeah, and you can tell the blue team is so comfortable with fighting Snake. They know where and when to strike against the character. And really, especially in these 2v1 situations, creating them, right? Blue team, they're on very mobile characters. And
yes,
we saw, like, blue team is just so good at punishing immobile characters.
Even there, too, where they were able to actually isolate MVD without him getting the help from Esam because they kept Esam pressured off the side of the stage there instead. Only so many places you could land, but the reflect attempt, I like the attempt right there, but it is not going to get the job done here.
Oh, man, and the stocks are flying back and forth. Green team with the lead right now. I mean, kind of, sort of, like that's with an asterisk, right?
I love it.
the percents are looking a little high on Esam. We'll see if Esam can survive the onslaught right now. MVD at 72%, but they got the stock advantage. There goes Esam's first stock.
No. Back air attempt. They're isolating one another, just splitting up that 1v1 on each side. MVD trying to actually utilize that mix-up on the recovery with that B-reverse grenade pull. Just trying to get some of that extra space. Because the longer you linger right above Sparg0, the more damage you're going to take and the more pressure Esam feels on the ground here. So it's unfortunate. You talk about that speed, but the back air is going to be able to do it in for MVD.
Oh! That was, oh man, Esam, if connected, that back air could have been the stock. Maybe could have forced us a 1v1 scenario. That was pixels off from being a possibility right now. Oh, the up air, great DI coming out from Esam. That obscured down DI. Back throw, okay, tries to get back air, not going to connect.
Or is practicing. It looks like they were practicing right there. Like, if it's not going to be the back air, it could be the up air. Okay, well, very winnable out here for this situation for Esam. That's probably the best case scenario that could have really happened here.
That was so smooth from Esam too. It looked like maybe that's a legit forced SD. I know a lot of people meme on quote-unquote forced SD, but the way Esam back-aired, Sparg0 knew he couldn't go into that aerial, and because he sank so low, couldn't make it back. Amazing edge guard coming out from Esam, forcing this 1v1 situation.
Patience. He's going to try to play it off the ledge with the rep jump. Okay, 127, avoiding the explosive flame. Sitting on the edge of my seat right here. The scoop up with the dash attack and even trying to cover the jump option with the up air.
So close, and Chag is one of those balls. Could have gone into up tilt there. Didn't believe the landing there was going to connect. The forward smash!
Oh, how does he do it? How does he do it? He does it so much.
The clutch 1v1, and that's the thing about Pikachu, right? When you're able to get the Pikachu offstage going against the Cloud, particularly, we talked about the matchup with Palu and Pikachu. I mean, it is a matchup that most players would say goes into Pikachu's favor.
And Esam is a very, I feel like when it comes to his momentum, emotionally driven too. So the moment he starts feeling himself, expect that momentum to start going into that next game right there. And we could see a complete turnaround from what we have already seen from Sparg0 and Chag.
Yeah, you have to contain Esam's aggression, right? Esam wants to set up these offstage scenarios. He wants to set up these offensive gimps on the Sparg0, what we saw there, and even was able to do it in a 1v1 situation, or 2v1 situation.
It's like what you said, forcibly had that situation set up with Sparg0 where he was off stage, he felt pressured. Even if that backer could have came out, he would have been put into a really bad situation. Yeah. So despite those SDs that we've been seeing from Sparg0, he still has been able to make it work like we saw in that first set where he was able to really stock tank in that first game.
Both these teams are playing so well, and I mean, I believe Esam and MVD was able to defeat MK Leo and Big Boss.
Yep.
So we'll see if they can completely take out Team Mexico here. 1-1, and this is quite the storyline. Mexico, they are huge fans of doubles, right? And it's very interesting with Smash particularly because your region either loves doubles or they hate it.
That's so funny that you said that because my very first Ultimate tournament was in Merida. And it was the TXK Arena, and it was all like super hype about doubles. We did Squad Strike doubles, and it was such a refreshing experience there too. And you could really tell like how they feel about doubles overall. You can see now a lot of that damage output though going onto Chag more than anything. I love the way that Esam and MVD are playing Electro close together, but nobody's safe, getting blown up right to the top of that blast zone.
Yeah, you got to watch it. I mean, we saw Chag and Sparg0 doing incredibly well game one, and you were maybe thinking like, this is a wrap, right? But you have to pay your respects. Respect your elders. Esam and MVD have been doing this for quite some time. Probably the longest static duel we've had in Smash history.
100%. I definitely think so as well. And it's something that I'm also noticing, so close to the platform, very similar to what we had actually seen from MVD in the last game.
Right.
But because you have Sparg0 and Chag wearing the black skins here, you have to imagine, can that C4 blend in at the same time, make it a little tricky to actually catch?
Sometimes that C4 not flashing red, man.
Oh, the back throw into the up smash once again, the true bread and butter here. But you got to get the stanky leg from MVD to close out that stock.
All right, back and forth from both of these teams. You'll love to see it. Right now, Chag at 88%, though. MVD taking a little bit of damage as well. And again, see MVD just racking up that damage. Snake is so good at that, right? Just setting up these landmines and just being like, all right, I'm going to make the obstacle course. Can you survive it?
You just need that breathing room, too. Did he stick Esam to then quick it? That's amazing. It looks so subtle.
It was crazy and...
I think, did our mics just get muted? Okay, I don't know, we're back. Anyways, hey. That was really weird.
But yeah, in Brawl, it was crazy because you could stick the Meta Knight and Meta Knight could just up air and then...
Oh, no, that's horrible. I don't even
into the
think about that.
That was super cheesy. That's why I love watching Esam and MVD. I feel like they're the remnants of Brawl, you know what I mean?
Gotta bring out the cheese no matter where you are. Gotta get it. Stuffed crust out here.
Especially with Snake added in the ultimate. That was such a big deal, right? Everyone is back.
Yeah, exactly. That was the best feeling, too. I saw the stick again onto Esam. Gets it out smash.
Ooh.
Hey, he dodged that. That was crazy.
Sparg0 just straight react?
Yeah, he did. He knew immediately. What's easy is that you can see it on Esam because he's yellow. It doesn't camouflage like that like we were talking about with the darker skins here. Esam, though, loses that second stock. MVD's been living for so long, nearing 160%.
Maybe if you stick it on Pikachu's cheek.
Yeah. True. Hey.
Oh, 170, and finally the Snake stock goes down. But look at Sparg0, 151% on this cloud. As I say it, all right, Esam, you got it. The forward smash to close it out. We got one stock apiece across the board.
Love how much closer it seems right here. Esam and MVD with those quick adaptations, but you don't want to find the elevator combo into Esam, taking a lot of that damage like we saw in that game one.
And it all comes down to this here. Both teams just playing so well. No one with a really crazy lead here. Paultana trying to get the nair, but it can be a little difficult in Ultimate with that balloon knockback, right? Like really fast and then it slows down. Wasn't really like that in other Smash games. So in Ultimate particularly, it can be a little harder to follow up.
Oh, he actually got the finishing touch on.
He finally gets it. We've seen Sparg0 fishing for this clip for so long. Just the finishing touch on that high platform just obliterates MVD. I don't know if Esam could pull this 2v1 off, but the last one was pretty crazy, though.
I wonder where his mind's at right now for that to actually land after he had whiffed it, like, what, twice we had seen him so far, and we've seen him only in these 2 sets.
No!
It be your own. It be your own. You know what happens when Esam's the last one alive. You do not want this situation to come to you. With Esam still 105, this is so winnable still. 110 now, it's racking up that percent for Team Blue.
Esam, are you the clutchest double player out there? You got to show me. You got to get this 2v1 against some of the best players in the world, some of the top seeds for singles. Esam T-jolting it out, tries to get the snipe. He's playing so evasive with Pikachu, it's like this character's broken.
Oh, go off with the punish afterwards. I mean,
hey, hi, Paulie.
he said, I'm just going to wait back here. That's your problem for right now, but don't worry. I'm the exterminator at the end of the day.
Yeah. Pretty wild that Pikachu can kind of get around those situations with 2 players ledge trapping Pikachu. I don't know.
Scary.
Crazy.
It's scary. And then they try to cover the T-Jolt with just the limit right there. But just the fact that the Blade Beam couldn't cover it, so he went low and then he mixed up his recovery to come back. He still managed to get a stock. But there's only so much you could do once you actually get back to the stage to actually claim that player.
Sparg0 was very lucky. That limit cross slash on the right did not kill Chag. That was so close. Like, that's like one of the worst doubles nightmares when you're 2v1ing. You use one of your most important resources, take out your teammate, and then the other guy
proceed to lose the game.
yeah. Like, literally nightmare scenario in doubles.
Oh,
not
man.
this time, though. Not this time. Team Mexico is going to close it out here. 2-1 is the score. We'll see if Esam and MVD can bring it to a Game 5 situation.
The back throw right here. It feels like it's just so much more cluttered too. Like trying to
They're all on the
prevent
left side.
exactly. It's just trying to prevent those isolated 1v1s. Because look at this, sending MVD all the way up high. Esam's trying to go for a follow-up, but then while you're busy trying to actually save your teammate, you're the one that ends up losing. They both ended up losing their stocks in isolated positions when originally it was MVD getting comboed.
Right, and it's so crazy because that whole situation began on the left side, and like I said, at top level doubles, you see a lot of the players kind of scramble into one area, and it's so hard to play that close with, like, okay, there's 2 players I want to hit, there's 1 player I don't want to hit, and then there's me, right? It's so hard to like really digest that situation, but top level players are able to do it so seamlessly.
Neutrally chaotic players just doesn't care who's in their line of fire. Everybody's unsafe. The down tilt into the dash attack to make sure MVD does not help cover Esam, and then the immediate up air. This is what happens. And the taunt, they're feeling themselves. They are feeling themselves. You talk about Team Mexico out here, and they are coming and showing up. Oh, the immediate. I mean, come on. This is MVD and Esam at the end of the day. Let's be real.
I was like, uh-oh, don't get 6 stock. No. But okay,
I mean, they don't have a leader, or it's not even close of anything. I mean, both 1 stock apiece out here, and Chag and Sparg0 have the set count lead.
Oh, I love the setup from Esam, almost getting that drag down there. And you even see Esam calculating, so the lightning bolt did hit him at the bottom, so there was no SD. We're going to need to see some clean gimps coming out from the Rat.
We need it. We need it. This is the opportunity set up for Esam. The patience with the high recovery is going to mix things up. Oh, but the whiff grab, he was facing the opposite direction.
Oh, wait. Okay,
Oh,
gets the
stuck
stick. Up we go.
Oh, he dropped.
Oh, man. All these trades are in favor of the blue team. They can be able to just go for aggressive trades, and it's just going to pay out for them. MVD does get 1 stock down, 3 stock to 2, but right now MVD kind of bleeding. So is Esam, already at over 100%. We're glowing red.
They're both separated too. You see MVD trying to get back to Esam, but the thing is, you got that up air that is blocking your way. I mean, again, those big hitboxes make it so difficult for you to actually clear any hazardous material in front of you that allows you to get back to your teammate.
Man, what a set. Mike, that second stock, I don't know what happened, but it happened very quickly, and it ended up with MVD and Esam just like losing their stocks so quick. I don't know what happened.
I blinked, I saw them taunt, and then I saw that they were both at 1 stock, and I'm like,
Uh-oh.
I guess that's not very taunting.